Since
True.
we're live.
I just got to make sure I get us live because we'll be live on YouTube before we're live on Zoom. So we can do that so we can record it. So
Yeah,
once this gets on, then we'll flip back. Let's make sure the volume is turned off. Yep, volume is off. Now let's go.
That's weird that that was recording before we.
Isn't it weird? I actually hate that.
I do too.
Yes, we're live streaming. Record. Go. And should we start the show with a little bit of music?
You betcha.
All right. Let's get a little bit of music.
Live, it's the Fan's Perspective. I'm Tyson.
I'm Josh.
Welcome to the show tonight, and it is exciting Rider night. But
it is Rider night. I wish it was on better circumstances, but I'm super excited for tonight's guest.
Me too. Shawn Bane Jr. will be joining us at about 8:30 tonight. So tune into that. It will be a great show.
I'm super stoked. I mean, we bleed green, and we got the up and comer. He's gonna have a breakout year this year. He already is. I
should be so player excited. Of the week.
Not? Agreed. I'm biased, but hell yeah, 144 yards,
10 receptions,
and a touchdown.
Yes.
Our only
on a dart.
Yeah, from
Jake,
the guy
Galagala.
Yeah, we will get into it.
Well, we'll get into it a little later after
Shawn.
Get into it before, but
absolutely. No, I loved it. I love that Jake got a shot at the end there. I love that he went to Bane. It was a great throw, great over the shoulder catch, great touchdown.
A little too late. I wanted to see him in at least the start of the fourth.
Yeah, me too. Late third, early fourth would have been nice. We're not coaches. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but that's what I would have liked to have seen.
But we're going to ask.
Absolutely.
Not maybe about the coaching, but what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah. We don't want to get canceled. Yeah. Oh man. So
Coach Dickey will be giving us a show.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Dickey wants to talk to us. So what are you up to, Tyson? Has the sad harvest started?
Yes, I posted on Instagram today, and it begins, and we started today. We started a couple days ago. It's going to be such a weird year. You'll combine a day or two, and then you'll be caught up, and then it's going to be like the harvest from hell, where it never ends, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
So
we've always wanted the harvest that never ends because you just got bumper crops. Yeah. This is the opposite.
No. This is one that just doesn't end, but you have nothing.
We wanted to end in the first place.
You bet you.
The white combine would have been great.
It would have been. So what if a raindrop? But hey.
Yeah, you didn't get any rain. Not up at like an inch in town with that storm.
Not talk about it.
Went up the wall. It's beautiful. I mean, see how green on it?
I did actually. Same green as mine, brown.
That's true. It's still dead.
Shout out to Jamie Labicane, wins the Battle of the Foothills.
Big winner last night.
Big winner.
Won all along the whole week, really. He had a great week, man. Yeah, congratulations, Jamie and the crew there.
You bet. But what a weird final, because there were penalties all over. Yes.
All over.
So
bunch cheaters.
Yes, but Chance had a really good run, knocked over a barrel.
Yep.
Wade Solomon, sorry. He had a outrider that didn't do the pattern, so that was a penalty. And
we are not on.
What?
No, it is not recording.
Let's try her again. Well, let's start here again. Live, it's the Fan's Perspective. I'm Tyson.
I'm Josh. You missed a few minutes.
Yeah, okay.
We had a little bit of an error. It's been a while. Maybe the machine is a little day drunk.
It might be. I did spill a little beer on this earlier, but
we're live now, baby.
We are live. We've always been live on YouTube.
Yeah, so. Just the podcast had to get a little restart. So.
It had to catch up. It's
my eyes were looking down, and I was like, I don't think it's moving. Son of a bitch. Glad I got it now.
That's what happened. I didn't realize last week either. Posted all the shows. Everything worked 100%. Son-in-law texts me like, where is your podcast?
Is he a Spotify guy?
He's a Spotify guy. I said, well, it's up there. No, it isn't. So I had to go back in last night, delete it, re-upload it. Now she's gone.
That is so frustrating, man.
It is.
Spotify's the only one.
It is, yeah.
All the other ones,
Yeah.
Bang.
Immediate release.
Immediate. And
Yeah.
Spotify is the one that's most listened to. So we
Yeah.
apologize for you Spotify listeners.
It will be up there tomorrow.
You bet.
And you can always check
And
us
our other
out.
one did come up. I noticed that I got the alert and
Yeah.
I shared it right away.
You betcha. And if you notice something's not up, give us a shout back or whatever. We'll make sure we re-upload it. And you can always catch us out on YouTube Live too.
That's right. We'll get it up for you.
You betcha. And please like and subscribe. It costs you nothing. All a subscription does is let you know when there's new content.
That's right. Share the shit out of it.
And it helps us out by getting us out there.
That's right. It lets me buy more whiskey and more whiskey.
And I need a lot of whiskey. I'm a farmer.
I need it. I'm not a farmer, but I need it.
He's a insurance guy, so yeah, he's probably okay.
Nobody's buying insurance. I'll tell you that for free. What are you going to insure at this point?
You have a drought insurance we could get.
No, but I think the government's supposed to sell it. I just don't know if it's any good.
Yeah, no, it ain't.
No,
anything government related, bad.
Oh,
so our Major League Baseball teams are facing off tonight, eh?
They are.
Damn, I didn't want to bring it up because I knew the score. So,
but the game is still going on.
Yeah, Jays were trailing 4-1 in the 7th.
It's the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah,
but they got 2 on.
Okay,
and it's 2 out.
Oh,
4-2 for the Orioles. So I mean, they get a home run. She's over.
Wouldn't that be a treat
for you?
Yeah, it sure would be.
But there's a good chance.
Blue Jays have been coming on. Like they're
a lot better.
Yes.
Made a trade today.
Big trade yesterday. They get Hicks from St. Louis Cardinals. And did you hear how fast that kid throws?
I did not. No,
his average pitch speed is 102.
Holy
shit. His fastball is 105.
Oh.
His sinker is 104. And then he's got a changeup in the high 90s. So.
Man, he throws like I do. He's got one of them electric arms.
He don't throw like no girl. So he's going to be a huge ad for the Blue Jays in the bullpen. Tomorrow is the trade deadline, so that'll be interesting. Texas Rangers have been loading up. Matt Scherzer goes to the Rangers, and the Rangers have kind of been adding here and there. So have the Anaheim Angels, and that is real weird with Ohtani.
That is real weird.
Pull him off the market. I guess they decided, kind of like a Connor Bedard situation up here, too valuable to the team to ship away before the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Probably won't make the playoffs because there's like a bazillion teams in between them.
That's the craziest part. Like they probably won't make the playoffs.
But I really wonder, talking about that, does any team really
want to give up everything?
Want to give up everything and then lose them at the end of the year?
Well, I wouldn't. That's the scariest part. And he's worth giving up some stuff for, but not just for the end of this season.
No, and the Yankees are kind of out. So so are the Mets. The Mets' highest payroll in baseball is having a bit of a sell-off.
That's insane.
Yeah, Yankees are out of it, which is great.
That is great for everybody.
That is great. Another team who kind of is out is Seattle, and they did some huge acquisitions. They're close.
They're close. But if they got on a run, they're right back.
But they lost some starting pitching early on in the season, and that affected them. So
big time.
But it's going to be interesting. Trade deadline tomorrow. So, and what a weird deadline. 6 Eastern tomorrow night.
That is a weird deadline. It just feels like a weird year. I don't know. It's just sports is weird right now. I don't know.
You know, I get kind of excited. I follow baseball, and I get excited for the trade deadline. And like, what's better than trade deadline?
It's my favorite. I really like it in hockey the best for some reason.
Nothing happens.
But well, you know, there's always that anticipation. Like
there is
70 things that could happen. 4 happen, and they're the bottom ones.
Yeah,
but there's so much anticipation.
There
in
is.
The hockey
if your team's in it, what a great day because you're waiting for that key ad.
You want it so bad. But
into hockey news, kind of rumors coming out of Edmonton that Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid are both open to signing long-term extensions in Edmonton. So
they're going to need it.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
Yeah, that will up till they're 40.
Yeah, and they have to. That's the whole team.
Yep.
And it'll hurt them in other areas because it always does when you go long-term with 2 big because they'll be massive contracts. But they got the rest for enough years, and
I wonder if they're not going to take a bit of a hometown.
I would if I was them.
Team.
But you know what, guys?
Not Leon necessarily, because Leon is a discounter. Right?
Yeah, that he is. He is, man. I don't know if he will or not. Who knows? Personally,
depends where the cap looks.
It depends, and you know, I would do it if I really want to win a cup.
Yep.
Absolutely. But some of these guys, man, it's become business. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, they
they're
got a
an
small
asset and
window.
they do. Yeah.
Make
And
as
then
much as
injury could
possible.
be even
Yeah.
a smaller window, right? So
Yeah.
I think that he will take a cut, I do believe, to fit into
Yeah.
more pieces because he wants to win.
You know, crazy stat.
Really
Talking
does.
about this, Taylor Swift has been selling out the football stadiums. I don't know if you've been following.
Oh God, I hate her. So no.
The noise from the last sellout that she had, I think it was Seattle, measured 2.2 on the scale for earthquakes, whatever.
God.
But can you imagine? She is selling out 80,000
Yeah, it's crazy.
seat stadiums plus the field.
Yeah.
What do you think that is in the old purse?
Well, I know Metallica's biggest, they sold 1.2 million for one concert.
Where did they have that?
An airfield.
Really?
Yeah, and that's not even the biggest. I think the biggest might have been Kiss. But yeah, Metallica sells out every NFL stadium. They're selling on average 70 to 140,000 seats a concert.
Yeah. So she is going, I just because I read this.
Wild.
She's going into, I can't remember where she goes next. It could be Vegas. I could be wrong, but 6 consecutive nights, 6 concerts, all entirely sold out.
Yeah, I mean,
can you imagine that?
Well, every concert she'll be in will sell out.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because she's got pop, rock, country.
Yeah, she just hits with a certain crowd that ain't me. Believe you me, it ain't me.
You're not into young, pretty women.
Not her. No. Sorry, but she voted Joe Biden and he gave him millions of dollars to support his campaign.
Well, that would be. Yeah,
you know where I stand, people, on that one. So.
I just got to turn my volume on silent here because we've been getting so damn much excitement for the show today. I've been getting messages nonstop about Shawn coming on. So yeah, that's pretty exciting.
No, Taylor is in the bottom of my list of ever going to see.
Really?
Maybe dead last, to be honest.
Oh, I would like to see her.
No, being the fact that she does not see politically eye to eye with what I see, I can't support that, man. She gives $10 million to the campaign.
Once I see her looks,
dead to me. I don't find her attractive.
Really?
Not at all, man. Not her.
How about Lainey Wilson?
Yes, she's very pretty.
Or what's the Tennessee Orange song?
There's a lot of good-looking women that are music. Not her. Oh no, there's some. I'm just not a fan at all.
If she opened her purse, you'd say, "Wow, are you pretty?"
No, I can't be bribed.
You would need to calculate.
Yeah, like I can't be bribed. If I do not agree with you,
really,
as a person, absolutely. Why would I want to support that? Absolutely no way. I do not support someone that does not support something I believe in. That is it, man. I have a very strong political sense that way. And she is absolutely.
We're gonna have to test this out sometime.
Yeah, and you can, man. You will find out very fast that I'm very harsh and very cold that way.
See if Megan's a Democrat or not.
Yeah, very far from it. You couldn't be married to me if you were. I'm sorry, you just couldn't. But yeah, no, she would be dead last on my list. I would go see the Kardashians sitting putting makeup on in the corner.
Now you're really
before I ever went and supported her.
Now you're touching
this. Plus, do you know what her tickets cost? What a rip-off
I can only imagine.
Yeah, the most expensive, most ridiculous thing ever. I'm going to see Metallica twice in 2 weekends, or 1 weekend, basically back to back in Edmonton next year. They can't play in the new
wealthy
arena.
Guys are into.
And yeah, they can't play in the arena because there's not enough seats. So they're playing out at where the Eskimos, where no one goes. And so I'm going Friday night, and I got tickets for Sunday. And I got great seats as well, under $100 per seat per show.
Hey, speaking of the unbelievable, that is
those seats for her, $600 a show.
Really,
give me a break.
There's nobody.
We're making her rich overnight, and she don't deserve it.
Legs like
don't matter. Their music is 10 times better. And if you can see her that close, Tyson, good luck. You wouldn't be able to afford to sit that close. So who cares what she looks like?
I thought maybe. Maybe she gifted the fans perspective a seat.
The guy that hates her. All you're going to see is a stick figure. At least when you go see Metallica, you see those bands. Rock bands never overcharge. You get a better show. AC/DC was $129.
Oh boy.
Some of the best music you'll ever listen to. Country music as well. You go to a guy like, I don't know, even Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen.
Luke Combs
are not near as high. And way better show.
I like Luke.
I mean, he might not be as sexy.
For sure not. But
we're not getting that close, Tyson. So you got to get it out of your head.
I thought maybe
If you go to Taylor Swift, you're kicked off the show. That's
Van's perspective gets special tickets. Maybe,
not for her.
She hears about us.
She will never.
We're on the web.
You ain't hearing about us, Taylor Swift.
Oh boy,
don't like you.
You agree with me?
We don't like you. Chad don't like him. We'll see what he'll text me.
Wardo, you definitely agree with me.
Chad Ward is not
still waiting for our gopher cook-off, but
hey, I'll be with Chad up here in 2 weeks.
He doesn't seem to come to Western Canada.
No, next week. End of next.
So
week.
Where's he?
It's Cold Lake, Alberta.
I suppose he's like the president when he gets in. Like there's
he's got a private jet and security.
Four black cars, and they pick him up, and
he's got that limo service.
Oh boy, is that you?
Actually, he asked me to drive to the airport and pick him up. Really? I said I've got a trailer full of grills. I can't do it.
You should send him an e-bike. That's the end thing.
It's him and his girlfriend, and they need a ride.
So I was camping a couple weeks ago, and that's the strangest thing. No one pedals a bike no more.
No, they all e-bikes and e-scooters, and there's no fitness. It's just fresh air.
To work when I was a kid, and you pedaled up them damn hills that you got to go down. And
it's no longer for the workout.
No,
it's for the fresh air.
No, they're just
that's all you're. They got lights on them and they fly.
I know, crazy.
I want one,
and I do too. But I want one that burns calories. That I just sit there and it gives me a calorie.
Yeah, can it maybe pedal your feet for you, but also be more?
Yeah, just strap my feet on nicely.
I think you're onto something.
Hey, new design.
You don't have to pedal; it pedals for you, but it does do the aerobic thing.
You just strap your feet. And
could you imagine that you tell it how fast you want it to go, and that's how fast it makes your legs go? You need
here's the deal. Here's the deal. This is a hell of an invention. So the bike goes as fast as your throttle, but you also have another throttle to control how fast you want your.
Oh, so two separate motors.
Yes.
Shit.
And you're getting your exercise.
This is going to be expensive, guys.
While going 80 miles an hour down the road with your e-bike.
We would get sued so fast.
Don't confuse the two.
Exactly. We would get sued so fast.
Doing 20 miles an hour, pedals 100. But hey, did that guy burn calories? He had a hell of a burnout.
He started fat. He came off skinny. Holy shit. Yeah.
30 pounds in less than a week or your money
just
back.
A trail of sweat.
Yeah, 30 pounds in less than a week or your money back.
I am not putting that disclosure on it. Not if I'm making it. Oh, so camping was good?
Yeah, camping was
boating
good.
was good.
Boating was good.
Did you catch any fish?
Not really, no, but I didn't care.
But you were boating.
You
were relaxing and you weren't on the drought farm.
Exactly. And I hope to go fishing maybe this weekend.
Oh, right on.
So
I get to go fishing this weekend and I don't even know how to fish. So
really?
I'm super excited.
I don't really either, but I have fun at it.
No, that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I said, can we take beers? He said, you gotta hide the beers. They patrol quite a bit.
Oh,
I said, okay, well, I'm hiding beers because I'm taking beers.
Yeah. Well, as long as you go out and have fun. And if I'm not harvesting, I think I'm going to take the boat out.
You should. So. Yeah, you should. Why not? I mean, what else?
And of course, check out the Riders. Ottawa is in town this coming Sunday.
Huge game. We have to start turning it around this week.
Going to be very interested to see who starts a quarterback. I think Mason Fine will.
I do too.
Dickey's been very firm with
us, but he's got a lot of pressure on him, right?
He does. He's
from us as fans. And I'm sure there's some there's got to be pressure.
Yeah, he's in a win this season or it will be looking for a job. Simple as that.
And that's how it is. That's football and that's losing football.
Yeah.
When you're winning, it's never the problem.
You betcha.
But we haven't been winning.
No.
I
think the last time we won, I had a crop.
He hasn't had a crop for a long time, if you don't understand that.
No, I haven't had a crop in 7 years. Probably the Riders have won
8 or 9 years ago.
13 was the last time we won, right?
10 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's even worse than my drought.
No, nothing's worse than the drought. It's just a little longer.
Well, yeah.
The drought this year is very bad.
Just think of a poor farmer in drought who cheers for the
Riders. Oh,
what mental stress he must.
Well, I might bet if be a doctor this week.
If I'd call the stress line, they'd tell me to quit cheering for the Riders. Probably
that'd be the start one.
Yeah.
Sell the farm.
Yeah. Are you a Rough Rider fan? You'll have to quit that too.
Quit that. Yeah.
And you'll be.
You don't cheer for the Flames. Well, you got that going for you at least.
Oh, right. And it looks like our man is logging on.
Yo.
Hey, Shawn.
Hello, fellas. What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Oh, good. Glad to have you on the show. I'm glad you could join us tonight.
Man, I'm honored, man. Thanks for having me.
Where are you at right now, Shawn? You in your house? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm in my apartment right in Regina, down the street from the stadium.
Awesome. Oh, nice. First of all, I want to congratulate you. 10 receptions, 144 yards.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my opinion, you need to be the player of the week, best player in the CFL. So praying for that,
man,
buddy.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was obviously not the results, but yeah, it was still fun. It was fun.
Yeah, yes. So how are you enjoying coming to Regina? You played in Calgary last year, first season in Saskatchewan. How's it going?
Man, it's pretty sick here. I can't lie. It's night and day from Calgary. I'm gonna just throw that out there. Yeah, they handle business way differently here. So it's been a really smooth transition ever since I signed. So yeah, I have zero complaints, man. It's really cool to be a part of the offense. The whole locker room, just getting to bond with those guys. So it's been awesome.
The stadium alone, just the difference from Calgary to this one.
Oh my gosh. Like the turf, the neon lights in the locker, like it's so humbling to just walk in it every day. Like, dang, like I have access to this every day. So it's really dope.
That's your home, dude. That's your home, man. You own that place.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. It's still, I'm still like, I'm not used to much. So when I get more than enough, I'm like, wow, like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like this is it.
So you're South Florida boy, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how far would you be from Lakeland, Florida, if you know where that is? Kind of central, yeah.
Lakeland, I'm probably about an hour away.
Okay. I spent about a week there in the last year here. My buddy lives there, owns a big barbecue shop there, and man, what beautiful country. I bet you missed that a bit, though. I'm assuming.
For sure. The honestly, being in Halifax, like it felt like the most like at home, like the humidity, just like that particular stadium, like the high school feel, like it just brought me back. So it was pretty cool to play in Halifax. That was the first time.
That is a wicked experience. Man. I love that you guys got to do it, man.
Man, I got to get on a boat. I got 1.2.
So did they roll out the red carpet for you out there? How was the week? How did you get treated kind of out there in Atlantic Canada?
Like in Halifax, or you saying you were doing that?
Yeah, in Halifax.
I mean, it was love. Yeah, we definitely had a few media appearances. But yeah, I mean, we were on a boat. The boat was pretty expensive. But yeah, we were able to sail the bay and just enjoy it. Got some great content for the team. But yeah, it was a sick, like we learned how to put the sail up on this particular boat and actually drove the boat. So it was cool. It was cool.
That is really cool.
So did you get some lobster out there? Because they're known for the fresh lobsters.
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to shellfish. So
poor bastard.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even indwell, but I did have some nice fish. So I wasn't, I didn't miss out too much.
Yeah. Did Rider Nation travel well?
Oh yeah. Oh my, like I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm like, where are the Toronto people? like there were like, yeah, it was straight green. Like even in the hotels, like around the little boardwalk, like it was just straight green. I was like, dude, like this is not an away game. Like this is a true home game. So yeah, it was man, I couldn't believe it. I still don't understand how people, you know what I'm saying, do the traveling. It doesn't make sense. So far away, but like I'm honored to play in front of them and put on a show when I can.
Yeah, well, and a show you put on, like I said, 10 receptions, 144 yards. I'm going to bring it up time and time again just because it was awesome, man.
There is a stat. I don't know if you're aware of it, but you're the first Saskatchewan Rough Rider since the year you were born to get 10 receptions or more in back-to-back games.
See, that's fire.
Yeah.
What? Back-to-back? 1995. Wow. I guess I don't know. That's an honor. I guess I'm meant to break records, man. I don't know.
That's cool. And I mean, the Riders posted it, so I just stole it from them. So,
and as far as season statistics, 41 receptions, 527 yards. So you're halfway to that big 1,000-yard marker. So
Yeah. Listen, the aim is much higher, but if I fall there, then cool. You know, it is. Yeah.
Well, we'll take as many yards as you can provide. That's for sure, man.
I got plenty. I got plenty.
You are a real spark out there. You're fun to watch. You're kind of like, to me, I'm a big hockey nut. I watch Connor McDavid. When I get to a Rider game, I watch Shawn Bane because I'm waiting to see what Shawn Bane can do. Because, if the ball gets in your hands, something fantastic is going to happen. And
you hear me? And that's the goal, man. That's the goal, just to be entertaining for the people that's watching. So I appreciate that, man. I try to be that spark in the offense and in the locker room and just in general. You know what I'm saying? I try to be that light, man. So I appreciate it.
And even the one play where, I don't know, flying through it, it was kind of a screen, but it was behind the line of scrimmage and you caught it. That one gave me a bit of a heart attack too. Even I was like, come on, catch that ball because it's live.
Yeah, for sure. I listen, I'm with you. Listen, everything, if it touched my hands, I'm trying to catch it. You know what I'm saying? So,
what kind of struggles did you have coming up from down south with the ginormous football that we use, man? Like, that is no joke. When I tell my buddies down in Florida and Georgia about the size of the football, I want to buy them one and bring it with so that they can see.
Yeah. It actually was quite a transition. I didn't realize. I was like, man, this is you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty big. Like, I'm stretching my hands to see if I can get my web wider. But yeah, it truly is a difference. And if you're not looking it in, like, you'll drop it straight up.
Like, the one hand catch is not an easy task in Canada, man.
No, it's actually impressive. Whoever does it, it's impressive. You know what I'm saying? So
Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm trying to always get two on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to the receivers and running backs and DBs who can get the one hand catch.
Yeah. So I've always wondered about football and whatnot. Do you have a group of guys that you train with specifically, or is it always just as a team? Or do you have a group of buddies? Is there a pretty close-knit group that you hang with, you chill with afterwards, working out, just life general, just to make you feel a little more at home, obviously, being so far the hell away from home?
Yeah. I mean, in the off season, I go home. That's where I go train. So I have a trainer. I do have a trainer that I've been training with since my 10th grade season in high school. So he's pretty much like a father figure to me. So we've been training since then, and like even last season. So, but it's me, him, and then it's one of my other close friends. His name is Kelvin McKnight. He actually, so when I played for the Falcons, he played for the Broncos. And then when I went to Calgary, he played for Winnipeg. So he left Winnipeg last year and went to the USFL.
Okay.
So yeah, he's been making hay in the USFL and hopefully trying to get picked up in the NFL. And obviously, that's the ultimate goal. Where we're from, like, it's a small town, Sarasota, but like, we got a bunch of talent. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get as many guys in the league as we can. So, but yeah, it's just me, my trainer, and KJ. We kind of just, iron sharpening iron. We added from conditioning to 2-a-days to all of it. So yeah, it's off seasons are rough. I'm gonna just say that.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, they are really tough, but it makes the season so much like this is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So did you start football at a very early age, or when did you kind of get into football?
Yeah, 5 years old. I was 5.
Holy hell.
I played flag football, and I pretty much played every sport growing up. Shout out to my mom for allowing me to play every sport. And I gravitated towards baseball and football. Like, those are my main two, but I played soccer. I played the golf. I played the tennis. I played, I played all of it. And like I said, those two stuck, and I just rolled those two out until I had to make a decision. My senior year in high school, and I chose football.
Well, you made the right one. I'll tell you, man, you are, man, I'm a football nut. So is Tyson, but man, you're fun to watch. Out of the entire team, and I bleed green. I've been a season ticket holder since, my God, we drive 5 hours to game. That's one way is 5 hours from here.
Jeez, love it.
Yeah, and we're actually, our season tickets are literally right above where you guys come out. We're right above the tunnel on that goal line.
Listen, I'm gonna be sure to check you out.
Oh yeah, you'll see this super drunk small white guy just going crazy, man. That's this guy.
Sure. Jeez, okay.
And you're fun to watch. Like, we haven't had a ton of electric, fun to watch receivers for a while. I know we've like Duron Carter was that guy for a little bit. Like that one hand crazy catch was right in our corner.
Sick.
And you know, it's fun. I love having you on the team. I'm telling you, it's so fun to have someone that's kind of that electric, that you know, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so I haven't had a good receiver in forever. This year, I think finally we'll have some dynamic. So having you on the Riders is just the greatest thing. So we're stoked, man. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a good season. It's going to only get better, man. It's
an honor, man. Like I said, I've been putting a ton of work to get where I am, and obviously the work isn't stopping. So I'm looking forward to having that pride in number 15 and just the Saskatchewan Riders, period. So
are you seeing your name throughout the city every once in a while?
It's more people are starting to catch on. I gotta put my hoodie on and try to but yeah, I've given out a few autographs just on to and fro from work, and it's cool, man. It's really cool to just, I don't know, to just be someone that people look up to, you know what I'm saying? It's really cool just to take the time out of my day and take a picture, sign something or whatever.
You just said to and fro work. Are you talking from football, or do you work on the outside as well?
No, just football.
Okay, because I know. I do work.
You're a true idol.
I have a clothing brand. I do have a clothing brand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Bane's World Clothing Company. It's a small team currently, but yeah, I also do that on the side. So
wicked.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we'll have to get that link from you there, and we'll put it up on our Instagram, and
we'll be buying some.
You bet, we'll definitely be buying some. And we're
fans, man.
We do want to come down sometime when we're there and kind of meet you in person. And we got
grab
some
lunch or something, man. I'm
you
all
betcha.
I can cook it for you. That's what I do.
Okay, so that might be the move.
This guy's a smoker Traeger guy, so if you like that kind of grub,
we can do that. We could do that. For sure,
boiled peanuts. I bet you haven't had them up here in a while.
No, it's been a minute, man. It's crazy growing up, man. That's what we used to crave. Like they were Cajun boiled peanuts.
Cajun, baby.
Woo,
I had them for my first time in Lakeland. Literally just my last visit, and old boy, the guy that I stay with and whatnot, the barbecue pitmaster, he's like, dude, you ain't never had anything. And they're just set up in these little stands outside a gas station, got a sign. He pulls in there, he gets like a paper bag, it's sopping wet. I'm like, this is kind of disgusting.
Yeah, no. Like in the big foam cup. And man, it just loaded, man.
It's amazing.
So taking you back to your high school days, at what point did you kind of think that, hey, I might have a shot at turning pro or going pro or college or university kind of deal?
Yeah. I mean, I had an idea as a freshman, but for real, I'd say my 11th grade season, I had maybe like 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And obviously getting a bunch of buzz from just schools all over the country. So I was like, all right, maybe we can turn this into something bigger. And yeah, so from there, I kind of obviously got a bunch of wisdom from my coaches and just like guidance. And then I kind of just like, all right, if I'm choosing this, we're going to do it all or nothing. And so I said, like my 11th grade season.
Yeah. And so when the offers came in to go to university, did you have quite a few selections that you could have went or?
Yeah. So initially, yes, I had, bigger schools. I had the USF, I had Middle Tennessee, I had Kent State, I had Miami, University of Miami. And me having the little guidance that I had, I didn't have an ACT score. And so I had a high GPA and no score. So they were just like, So my senior year, I'm thinking like everything is good and I'm calling all these teams back and nothing's going through. I was like, dang, they pulled the scholarship. And so that's when Northwest Missouri State called me. It was like, yo, you're still high on our list. All you got to do is get a score and we can handle it from there. And so, yeah, got a pretty decent score on it. And they were able to give me an academic scholarship due to the score, as well as a football scholarship. And yeah, the rest is history.
The rest is history. Yeah. From there, you move on. You don't get drafted, but you get a free agent tryout. Is that correct?
Correct. So, I mean, that process alone is crazy too. So I'm waiting day 3 for the draft. And it's crazy because I had a bunch of calls coming in. I had the Redskins, I had Detroit Lions, and I had the New York Jets. They, hey, how you body? Are you healthy? Are you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, one of these teams gonna call me. Neither one of them called me. Day 3, as soon as the draft ended, the Bucks called me. Hey, you ready to be a Buccaneer? I'm like, yes, sir. I'm in my mom's apartment at the time, and the call drops. So I run outside, take a look at my phone. Hey, you ready to be an Atlanta Falcon? I was like, oh my gosh, yes, sir. And then literally shortly after that, my agent calls. And so I was like, he was like, yeah, Tampa just called. I was like, yeah, I'm on the phone with Atlanta right now. And so he did what he had to do. And he called me back in like probably like 3 to 5 minutes. It was like, we're going to be, some dirty birds. So I was like, all right, let's go. And so, yeah, it was super cool. My family was there, all my siblings. And we kind of just, we enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Just soaked up the moment. The long journey of coming, from nowhere to D2 school, small school, to being able to go to the NFL. It was crazy.
So to our fans at home watching here tonight, what is it like so that's a childhood dream of yours, making it to the NFL. And then these teams are phoning you. Like, how does that make you feel?
Man, it was also a humbling feeling. Like me, like y'all want to put stock in me. You know what I'm saying? So it just felt so relieving to have, for someone to believe in you, in your abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like if you put your all in it, you want some fruit to come from that. So, for the phone to ring, I couldn't even put words to it, honestly. And obviously it was more motivation for, the youths in the city, and just around Florida, period.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, man, I was able to learn from Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and Mohamed Sanu and just guys like that. So
that's a great group,
man. Bro, yeah, the room was loaded, absolutely loaded. Russell Gage, Christian Blake, like it was some true dogs in that. So I mean, obviously, I'm going there like battling for a practice roster spot. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their dogs, but it was still cool to learn from them. I became a better pro route runner, all of the above from those guys. So I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And Matt Ryan was throwing some slingers at you, eh?
Man, yeah. I remember when I first caught my pass from him, I like reposted it everywhere. Like Matty Ice throwing me the ball. It was that was fire. Like it was hard not to be like a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the same locker room with these guys. So like you're a pro now too. Like you just have to suck it up. So
it's the old pinch yourself and look around the locker room, right?
Like this is my locker. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? So it was super, super dope experience.
So were they in the new stadium then already?
Yes, the Mercedes-Benz.
So how does that, I mean, obviously that's the peak, but the dressing room and whatnot, would the riders be kind of like that version for the CFL? Is that kind of what you would?
Honestly, like I after that, like I got released and I had a few workouts, a few places like Pittsburgh and Philly and Tampa. Yeah, like the facility now is better than some NFL teams. No exaggeration. So, it's cool to be like, okay, like this is how I'm supposed to be treated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's super. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like the only team in the CFL, I feel like.
So 1 year ago, you're a CFL free agent. Obviously, you probably got more than one offer. What made you decide to come to Saskatchewan?
Honestly, is a few things. One, just I don't know. You could just hear like the passion that they had behind, like one, signing me, but two, like utilizing me. Like, yo, like we're gonna put you in this position. We're gonna have you in the running back position and slot back and on the ball and motioning and everywhere. So I was like, okay, like I can definitely do that. I'm the guy for it. That and this, just like the pure, I don't know. I just had faith in it. I prayed on it heavy. Like I had a few calls. I had Ottawa call me. Calgary gave me a kind of an offer. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, this is the one that makes the most sense to me. And just where I'm trying to go in my journey and, you know, my small window in this sport.
Yeah. So when they're courting you, did you go to Regina and check out the facilities, or did you sign kind of beforehand?
No. So I was actually home. I was in Florida. Yeah, I was training. I had just got done doing a 2-a-day. So my agent Fred, he was like, he's like, yo, like the window isn't open to the 14th, but it's legally they can talk to you for a week and whatever you can hear. And so that is kind of just what it was, hearing people out, hearing offers and counter offering and all that good stuff. But yeah, like they were calling me like every other day, like, yo, like, you still good? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? So they were trying to make sure that was covered. They would, you know, let me know like, hey, the quarterback position is solidified. We got a guy that can toss it to you, and all those things. So it just made the most sense. It was dope. I can't lie. So yeah, on the 14th, I was working on someone's house. Like that's what I also do in the off season. I do a little bit of carpentry, and so I was actually laying down some tile, and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. They were like, "Yo, are you ready to be a Rough Rider?" I was like, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? They were like, make a video. I had to go get a new shirt. I had sawdust and all stuff all over me. So yeah, it was super dope, man. It was super cool.
See, you're awfully gifted gentleman. Obviously, you can do carpentry, you can catch footballs, you can.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I try to be as well-rounded as possible. So anything that can add to me and I can give out, I'm gonna do it.
So what got you into carpentry, actually? Like, how did you fall into that?
Truly, it was just like an opportunity.
Okay.
Like one of my close friends from back home, like his uncle was like, yo, like he has a roofing company. So that's really where I started. And like he does side jobs where he just does housing, fans and electrical work. And so I kind of just was like, all right, cool, I'll do it too. And we kind of just were like a 2-man team, just laying down floors and just painting houses, just doing it all, honestly. So it was super cool to, I don't know, just to do it. Just be like, yeah, like cause not many people these days work with their hands as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was cool to add that to the repertoire.
Yeah. Well, wait till you got to do your own renos. You don't got to hire no one and pay ridiculous prices, dude.
Nah, you think it. That was exactly the thing. Like, man, like I don't have to just use this and throw it away. Like this is stuff that I can carry over. So that's exactly what's my thought. Like, teach me as much as I can, what tools I need, all of that, and I'll just do it myself.
Life skills, man.
Your significant other will love you for that.
Yeah, like, holy moly. Yeah.
Trust me, for sure.
Yeah. For sure. If the old girl don't got to call a plumber, electrician, carpenter, all that stuff and fixed up, and she's got her old man.
We got all in one. We got all in one.
We got Swiss Army.
So game Sunday. Take us through your week. What goes on in the week?
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. So we actually got another off day, thank God, because a lot of guys are banked up. Just the flights, man, the turf, it was just a lot. It was a lot on the body. So yeah, shout out to the coaches for another rest day. But it's also an additional day to, learn about Ottawa. So there will be film posted about me in particular, the DBs. I'll check out their strengths, weaknesses, tendencies, and things of that nature. And then, I'll do some recovery tomorrow. Hot tub, cold tub, stretch, a little bit of sauna, just to prime the body for, day one. Yep. And so once we get into day one, that's kind of just what it is. We start off with meetings. Have a good breakfast first. We start off with meetings. We'll actually lift. We lift on day one as well. So we do meetings, we lift. We have a little bit of time in between, and then we're kind of just on the field. We do our little walkthroughs. We have, the scripts that we cover. And then, we just go on with practice, cover the special teams. And then once we're done, I kind of just do my extra stuff at the end. I'll do a couple sprints, just holding form, make sure we still, pumping on all cylinders, get some extra catches in, and then go stretch it down, get some recovery if I need it. And then that's kind of just what day 1, 2, and 3 is. So Day 3 is usually the massage as well as the chiro, just to make sure we're in line. And then, just day 4 is more of an easy day, just ready for the game, trying to stay fresh for the game because I'll be killing it with day 1, 2, 3. So I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to push myself before I, want to go where I say I want to go.
So what time of the morning do you guys get up and go in then to work?
I mean, it varies. The team meeting starts at 9. So usually I get in around 8. I do a little body maintenance. Like I said, get a good breakfast in, and then I'm ready for meetings. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's legit. It's legit. I can't lie. They run it really well up here.
What about game day? Like, so game day, do you got your tunes jamming? Are you a very closed off guy? Like you're getting into it and then open up, or are you the guy that's in the room being a complete jokester that's lighting up? What's your role?
The prior one. I'm definitely more closed off. I'm in my zone. If it's a home game, you know what I'm saying, I get to wear what I want, whatever. I'm usually wearing my own merch. So I'm wearing the Bane's World shirt, and just trying to throw the fit together with whatever the theme is. And then I'm just vibing. I'm in my locker. I got my picture ready. I posted on my social medias just to let people know that it's a game today. I'm not really super, 7 p.m. That's too much for me. If I post my jersey, just know that it's game day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not posting it any other time. You know what I'm saying? So, I just kind of post the jersey. Like I said, and I just kind of just sit in my locker and vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's gospel. It might be rap. It might be a little bit of country.
I was just gonna ask.
I usually listen. I usually listen to it all. I'm not really, closed off on anything except for like the screaming. I can't really, I can't be having all that screaming in my ear. Whatever it is, heavy metal. I don't know. Whatever it is. But I listen to every genre. Yeah, I listen to every genre. There's no really like particular one. Yeah. But usually some gospel, and I kind of just vibe, man. I'm in my zone. I'm like reassuring myself, like, yo, like you got this, or you know what I'm saying, just a little self-talk, maybe some motivation, maybe some breathing exercises. And then we'll have a chapel. And then we're kind of just free for a certain amount of space. I'll check what time I have to be out there. And then once I, get warm, I do what I need to do, stretching or, any type of mobility work. And then, just go out and I go out earlier than the other returners because it's usually the specialists that come out first. I go out a little early, stretch around, talk to a few people, take pictures or whatever. And then, we just go from there.
Bring them out.
Bring them out. It's super cool.
Have you ever returned punts in previous?
Because you got what it takes, man.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want you doing it, though. I don't want you doing it. Let me just clarify that. If Dickie's listening, I do not want Shawn doing that. But man, you can.
I do. I absolutely do. And that's what they were saying. Like, I would be more so a receiver heavy player versus, a dual player. Yeah. But I did in Calgary. I did all my life growing up. I was the punt return, I was the kick returner, and I was the starting receiver. So obviously, if we have a two returner set, then it's me and Mario back there. But not many kickers are just spraying it where we need to, returners. So, but yeah, I definitely have that in my bag as well, for sure.
I remember you returning a couple. You tortured us when you were
correct. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I actually got the game, like my first game, I got the game ball against, whatever. But I definitely had a fun time for sure. Introduction to the CFL.
Well, you guys put in a lot of time. I don't think a lot of fans actually realize how much time you're putting into this job, because it is a job. It's not just a sport you're playing. You're putting in a lot of hours, a lot of prep work to go to work on Sunday or Saturday or whatever night it is.
Oh, for sure. Me in particular, from film study to trying to learn my own tendencies, trying to make things look the same. From the catching, just to, one eye closed, try to catch. And I do a lot of stuff that just behind the scenes you wouldn't know. because it just like looks easy or whatever on the field. But yeah, a ton goes into it. The stretching, like I said, the maintenance work, the massages, the chiros, the cold tubs, hot tubs,
diet, everything.
Yes, I'm not on. Listen, I gotta. Yeah, I just really try to. It's my, like, the body is my sport. It's my business. So I try to keep it on tip top.
So tell us about your diet. I'm sure there's not a lot of nachos and
beer,
beer and cheesies in there.
No, like if we have a few days off, I might go to the movies and have some nachos. But that's just not the normal regime.
Well, we're out.
Yeah,
we're out.
We can't go to the movies.
Yeah, it's super clean, man. It's a lot of chicken, fish, and ground turkey. I don't even eat beef. I don't eat pork. So I really try to stay away from a lot of the things that'll keep me too heavy. Obviously, I'm super big into the water, the alkaline water, coconut water. Those are like the natural electrolytes. But yeah, like a lot of pastas, a lot of fish, a lot of rice, a ton of vegetables, and a ton of fruit. Because I'm just trying to run a clean engine. You know what I'm saying? I need to be reliable for my teammates. So
I could use some cleaning. I'll tell you, my God, the barbecue life is not
his game plan.
I don't play. I mean, some days I just fast as well. So it's like if we have 3 days off. Yeah. So today I fasted until about 6 p.m. So yeah, I'm really just trying to let the body heal its own and recover on its own, and just give it the right tools to help it do exactly that.
Your body is your tool. I get it, man. That's crazy, man.
So yeah, it's like I said, I learned a bunch of that from the pros, like Calvary,
I think the biggest difference that people don't realize, and I only know it just from visiting with certain players that have made it, that are playing professionally somewhere, is it's not just the natural talent they were born with. It's all the effort after that. There's tons of talented guys, but the guys that are willing to put that work in, succeed.
Day in and day out. I watch a lot of Kobe, so the 10,000 hours, and that's real. Like that, like all of what's going on now is just a fruit from what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I've been you want it to happen wherever you are. So in Calgary, I wanted it to be that guy, for them. But that just wasn't what was in the cards for me, which is okay. Definitely it made me work even harder, just knowing like what more do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? So,
you're definitely utilized way better here. I'm telling you, I love seeing you on the field, man. You are all over the damn field, from handoffs to everything. It's nice to see, man. When he told me last week, he's like, hey, I got a guest lined up. I was like, all right. Like he's always the one doing that. I'm always afraid to ask. He's not afraid. He's like the outgoing guy. I'm the guy that sits behind my desk and is like, I love this. I love sports, but I'm like that closet sport nerd. And,
trust me, I get that. I get it.
So thank you. This is super cool. I mean,
when I got your message back, I was so unbelievably excited. It's like you messaged me and I'm like texting him as quickly as I can. Like Shawn Bane just texted me, man.
If you go back 12 or 13 episodes ago to when we were just doing the preview show, he mentioned my favorite receiver this year is going to be Shawn Bane Jr. And I'm like, really? We haven't really seen much. He called it immediately. I was like, what the hell, man? And then now you're my favorite. You are absolutely having a breakout season, man. Not just because you're on the show. I mean, that makes you super cool. But you're having a great season. You're easy to cheer for.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Trying to get more 15s in the stand. So, man, it's super dope that you called that, man. Not many people were aware. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to you for real.
Yeah, no, I kind of
had. He's a sports fanatic, not just a rider guy.
I remember names from years gone by. Great receivers: Ray Elgard, Jeff Fairholm, Dan Farthing, all Rough Rider guys, and.
But like you knew about his return game with Calgary. Like he just remembers things. He sees names.
That's wild. Yeah. Like not many people are attentive. That's for sure.
You know what? When a guy burns your team, you never forget.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm normally so angry. My eyes are blurred with some.
I just don't want to remember.
So I'll tell you a little story. I'm a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan as well. And Kansas City, of course, played them in the Super Bowl. And at halftime, I'm really happy. And I don't know if you've watched the Super Bowl or not.
Yes, sir, I did.
I thought, oh, it's ours. Like Jalen's
game in the bag.
Yeah. But I knew there's this evil gentleman behind center on the other side, and the game is never over with Patty Mahomes.
Goodness gracious, he's so good.
He's
so good. My another dude from my city, he's actually a receiver for them. Richard James.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were actually supposed to go to Middle Tennessee together and then kind of go from there, but whatever. But yeah, and he got picked up he got drafted by the 49ers. And then played in New York last year, and now he just got signed by the Kansas City Chiefs. So man, he's getting to see it up front in person. Sick.
I just got a text on my phone. My brother texted. He said, "Tell Shawn he's my favorite receiver too." He didn't.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I appreciate it, man.
So you're not only the fans' perspectives guy, and a lot of guys cheer for you.
Yeah, you know what the coolest part is this year? Every year, because I'm a season ticket holder, I like to get to them all, but lately it hasn't worked out. I got 3 little kids, and I run my own business, and I travel all around and cook barbecue, and so I don't get much time. But every time I go, I like to get a jersey, and I'm like, I never know who to get. My brother, who's the other season ticket holder with me, he normally just picks out the dumbest last name on the team. Like a guy we've never seen. He's never actually made it on the field. He'll just like, hey, who's number 53 down there? Ozegungwego. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, that's my guy. I'm getting that jersey. I'm getting it. And I'm like, I need a jersey, man. So I think 15, you're going to see one more 15 up in the stands. I think like you're my dude this year. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if I ever see, if you want to bring it, I can sign it for you, man.
Oh yeah. So, we'll connect with you. We'll cook for you or something sometime, man. We'll hook something up.
So I got a question for you, Shawn. You've been to NFL camps. You playing in the CFL. You've been kind of all over. Talent-wise, what is the difference from being in the NFL to the CFL? I'm not saying it's talent. Is it more breaks than anything, or fits, or what's your thought on that?
Man, that's a good question. I wouldn't say it's a talent thing, because there's a ton of guys that are in the CFL that's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying?
They're talented enough to be there. I
would just say it's more political than anything. Like if your agent has that right connect. If your masseuse knows somebody, like it's really truly all about connections there. And that's also what I've learned. And also political in the sense of like schooling. Like not many coaches are like, they're not trying to have a small school guy outdo their 4th round pick, or you know what I'm saying? So they're really trying to make that pick worthwhile and make him do whatever it is that he can. So those are the 2 things that I would say. But like skill and talent, like no.
I like how you put it, political, because that totally explains it there.
That term alone says it.
Yeah, it's a sticky subject, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So do you got any family or anybody with you in Regina during the season, or?
Actually, I do have my girl.
Okay.
So like your significant other will benefit. Yeah, she's here, and she's definitely new to it. She's not used to the DMs and the fans and the pictures and everything.
How is she handling just Saskatchewan in general? That's got to be just a drastic change. Like when I get on to Florida, man, I get to the airport and I cry. I'm like, I don't want to leave. I love Florida, man.
Home, man. That's home. Well, she was born in Jamaica, but she lived in Calgary.
What?
So yeah. She followed. Shout out to her. Thank God.
So you found her in Calgary?
Yeah, I found her in Calgary. It's crazy because it was late. It was late. And truly, I wasn't looking. It kind of just happened, and we kind of just took it from there, which is probably the best part about it. Just the most organic relationship ever. But yeah, and she's here, and it's been sick. The living is cool. We get to hit some parks and do some grounding, or like I said, catch a movie. That's truly one of my vices. My favorite pastimes is catching the movie theater, just smelling the popcorn or whatever. But yeah, just just bonding together and spending time.
Well, that's great that
That is awesome.
you have her up here with you. And I mean, what does she do when you go on the road? Because you time in on the road.
It varies. She's definitely tuned in. She has her jersey as well, so she's usually tuned in. But she works. She works from remote. So yeah, she's working. I truly don't know. She does a lot. She might do her own parks or her own type of adventure, which is cool. She'll usually fill me in when I get back in and try to give me a little rub down. Try to tell her, not to press too hard. Like I'm so hard, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's really just a cool dynamic.
So on game day, is she allowed to call you and talk to you, or is that
no, absolutely not. So once I leave here,
God bless you, man. Absolutely not. That's the best answer. That's the best answer.
No, we don't. She knows, which is really good. She likes to just read body language and how I am. So usually once I leave here, we'll shoot a couple text messages about how I'm feeling or whatever it is, and then it's kind of that's it. Like I'm off the phone. So just know I'll see you when you get here after the game. I'll spot you during the game, but other than that, I'm not
focused.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I need all the focus I can get. So
dude, that's amazing.
Just absolutely like a machine. I love it. Eh?
Absolutely not. And she knows she might not be proud of it, but
so when you're at an away game and she's watching on TV and you get back, does she say, in that third quarter there when you kind of did that curl and you were
yeah, she wasn't very in tune, but yeah, she's definitely learned a lot, and she'll definitely be like, yeah, you were open on that one, or yeah, why you didn't catch her, you know what I'm saying? So she's definitely a good critic, I'd say. So
probably the only one that's allowed to be that way with you.
For sure.
What happened
to that degree? I'm already hard on myself, so come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me breathe for a little bit, and then we can talk about it when I feel like it.
So but sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
What's the transition like now with Trevor Harris being injured to Mason Fine? I know you got. I'm sure the coaches are in your ear constantly, but has it been difficult, Shawn, or is it just another day at the office and we're just going to go and we're going to run with whoever's tossing the ball and it's game time?
Not necessarily difficult, but there are some, differences like his height, you know what I'm saying? Like the ball, is coming over the line versus Trevor, you can see it be released. But I mean, not necessarily, maybe the speed at which it comes out, but that can be play dependent or defensive blitz or whatever. So I can't even say that's the difference, but I'd say that's the biggest difference, just the height. But he knows the plays, he knows the offense. And two, he can let it rip. He's a tough dude, man. We just watched film today, and he was getting beat back there. You know what I'm saying? For him to be able to,
and is the team rallying around him and everything? Has it been good?
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just our job to make it easier on him. Like it's already a ton of pressure from media and outside sources. So yeah, we just.
No more pressure.
You feel me? If you don't got the key to the building, man, that's all that matters. You feel me? So, we definitely are. We try to make it easy on him, catch everything in our radius. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just be open, stay open, get your eyes around, get your head around, and catch the ball.
And he's a bit more of a scrambler quarterback versus Trevor.
Yes.
Yeah. So he can get out of the pocket. He had a couple. Like I said, that turf was a little iffy, man. So I'm glad for the couple of off days to get the joints back in line. So, but yeah, he is a mobile guy, as you can see when Trevor got hurt against Calgary. He stepped right in and had a big run. So, and even gave us
Calgary.
Yeah. So, those guys. Trust me. Time. They on my mind still. So, but yeah, he's decent. He's a really good player.
I'm sure, and I'm very confident that as he gets more time, whether it's him or Jake Delagella or whoever it is, it's just a timing factor and just working with each other each and every day that you're practicing before things start clicking. And I know the touchdowns are going to start flying and the W's are coming.
We got weapons. You know what I'm saying? And that's just truly just finding the pieces to the puzzle.
Totally. There's a lot of moving parts right now that haven't, I mean,
an
what
injury.
2 inches from another touchdown this week, and that would have changed the game. Like that right there. That was it. Right? I'm only preaching to a guy who lived it, but
precise points that were just like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. It's a whole different ball game.
So that touchdown right there changes that entire demographic of that game. Because your defense was standing up at that point. Yeah. There was no more points coming, and you guys were moving. And it was just one of those. Yeah, like,
this is one of those.
This is
one of those. And obviously the injury bug has been getting the best of us. So just plugging and playing, man.
I was going to ask you about that. How does a numerous amount of injuries or just some injuries affect the flow of your offense when you're getting new guys in there? And obviously it changes a little bit. So how does that affect the flow of the offense kind of?
Honestly, like, since we're all professionals, it shouldn't affect the flow. You know what I'm saying? Because this is why
you're all
here.
pros.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that was just my mom. Sorry.
No problem.
I totally hold on. But I'd say it's just like it can. I don't know. Like if that guy, if the person at that particular position is lacking, like, it's visible. You know what I'm saying? Like we already have the microscope on us. So when if the guy's getting beat, they're like, yeah. Or if the guy's dropping the ball, they're like, to get this guy out. You know what I'm saying? So usually when the next man is up, we need all you got, and then some. You know what I'm saying? Because it's early, but we still want to be catching our stride around this time. And
I think you will. I was really struggling this weekend. I was just, like when you're in one of those moods and you're like, God, we're not scoring. And then I was texting the whole time. And then when we got stopped on the goal line, man, I'm telling you, like, because you live and breathe Ryder Green. I was just like, Lord have mercy. I've been praying. My mom's a pastor, so it's like what? Come on, like, where's my benefits to this life, God? Like, come on, for the love of God, you love the Riders. I know he doesn't like anyone else. He only loves the Riders. I was like, what is happening? And I texted him. I said, I'm done. I need more whiskey, and I don't even like to drink that much, but I had to pour another one.
You're right.
These guys are so good. I'm watching. You were lighting it up, and I'm like, hey, we just need, if we get one touchdown, this entire game changes. And then it didn't come, and it was like, but I have a feeling that there's just as bad as it might have looked or whatever. I think the Riders themselves are just a couple tweaks.
That's it.
I honestly believe it. Like, I love our run game. I love our receiver. Our quarterback has been doing great in the position he's been put, and our defense has been getting better and better. And I'm telling you, there's spurts where they don't let nothing go.
Yes. Which is so impressive. Like, this big rusher. And then there's nothing heard from you know what I'm saying? Like, they shut running down, you know what I'm saying? And obviously them helping the back end is truly a dope dynamic, man. So to be able to go against those guys and perform the way I do and then see them in the game, I'm like, I help get them ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
Man, it's crazy. Go ahead.
Football is a game of breaks too. And sometimes they just don't go your way. You're putting in the effort and it just doesn't happen for you. And then it seems like when good things start happening, good things just keep happening.
Yeah, for sure. And that's all it is, man. We just need to get on the step on the right foot and proceed. Put the strings of good offensive plays together. Get the play calling at a top elite level, and we got the guys to do it. And obviously, you let the secondary and the defense do what they do. We just need to put all three phases together, and we're right there.
You are. If you put them all three together, we're gonna do fine.
Well, you got Mario on special.
I love him.
There's no team that just flat out beat us. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We're often beating ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's frustrating, man. It's so frustrating.
I'm gonna say this: on any given Sunday, you guys can be on the winning side of
talent level. Absolutely,
for sure.
This is probably one of the most talented teams that I've seen in Saskatchewan, and especially the depth at wide receiver. You've had tremendous injuries. I honestly don't know where everyone's gonna go when they get healthy.
I'm just hoping I'm still in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Jeez, we definitely got some dogs out right now. So
I don't think they can take you out of the lineup. If they do, I'm gonna drive my tractor to Regina and I'm parking it at Mosaic Stadium and I'm gonna do a rant.
Have a little stake out.
I don't have a tractor, but I'm an extremely loud fan if I need to be.
For sure. Yeah, I don't see that being.
You know, at the rate you're going, man, could we see Shawn Bane Jr. up for most outstanding receiver?
Oh, I'd love it.
Or yeah.
Why not? Why not?
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
I mean, 2 weeks, 20+ receptions. I mean, why not?
Sick.
That's ridiculous.
That's sick. I try not to even get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right. I'll keep track for you.
Yeah,
I got it.
I honestly don't know. Like, sometimes my girl would be like, "Yo, you had 10 catches this game, or you did X, Y, and Z." But I usually don't even go check it. I let whoever, like, bro, Bane. Like, even this last game, I didn't know. I'm just like, well, I caught everything. I had one tough catch. One, little miscommunication throw, one tough drop. Dude was all over my back. It was crazy. But yeah, I didn't even. I was like, oh my gosh, Bane, you had 144 yards. Like, what?
I did.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to make the biggest play possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to blow
you make
the top
a play and you move on. You make
that's
a play.
It. You know what I'm saying? Flush it. Like, okay, all right, we closer. We're closer to the, you know what I'm saying, the 50. Like, I'm just trying to at least get a field goal range, if not score a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That's all I be trying to do. So when it's over, I dap the guys up, man. Oh, much respect, man. Stay healthy. Good game, whatever. So it's cool to get the other team's respect and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not really looking into the stats. I think if you take care of the small things, the numbers and everything else,
they take care of themselves.
They'll take care of themselves.
Before I forget, apologize to your mom when you talk to her, because we got you on the line here.
We kind of interrupted.
Sometimes on mom's phone, you know how it goes.
Oh, absolutely. And it's 2 hours behind, man. So it's 11 there. So
but I do have to warn you about something. So we've had previous guests on the show, and it's a funny thing about our show. When they come on the following week, some tremendous things happen to them, and it's happened to many of our guests.
Right.
That
our last two, they were chuck wagon drivers, and they consecutively won both events. The guests that were on the show, so $75,000 and $30,000 races. These are no small things.
We could see a 200-yard game from.
Oh wow! Listen, it was very. I could have did it this past game, low key. You know what I'm saying? It's very tangible. I'm low-key want like a 300-yard game. I want Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? I try not to shoot small. You know what I'm saying? If I shoot high enough and if I fall short, I should still be above a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So that's truly the goal.
Yeah. So did you always play receiver, Shawn, or did you
No. I played running back until my freshman year. Yeah, so growing up, I was a running back. My dad was a running back, so I was like, okay, I guess it makes sense to play running back. Like everybody in the city who was good enough, you were in the backfield.
Yeah,
just get the ball in your hands and let you do what you do. So, and then once I actually missed like tryouts or something for my high school, and I came out like the last day, and they were like, "What position do you want to play?" I was like, "Running back," and they were like, "There's no more like position. Like there's too many people there. Like you have to go to receiver." I was like, as long as y'all throw it to me, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. And it's literally just what it was. I didn't look back.
So was that a difficult transition, or did it just kind of come smooth?
I would say it was natural. I tried to be a natural ball catcher. My hands were weak. You know what I'm saying? Like I would catch the ball. My one time my thumb came all the way back. Like I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. So yeah, like that still low key gives me problems in that ligament. Fun fact, but yeah, I do it. Initially, it was like not necessarily tracking the ball, but just like having to have that wind. You know what I'm saying? Like in running back, you might get a 3-yard gain and the guys are right there, but like no, you got to go route 3 plays in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Whether you're getting thrown to or not, you are running.
Oh my gosh! So that was probably the biggest thing. That was the biggest thing. And then so obviously like just developing my hands grew as I was able to get with my coach, Coach Larry from back home.
So who on the riders of the quarterbacks there who throws like that dart that is a real hard heater, basically.
Yeah, Shea Patterson. This man here be throwing bullets. He throws bullets. Like, you can't just catch his ball with no gloves. Like, you need gloves, and you might need an extra pair. Like, he might break those gloves. Like, this man be throwing the ball. Yeah, even in camp, like, he would throw some dimes, but there was so much pepper on it. It's just like, bro, I can't catch this. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we as receivers had to adjust just to the speed, like who's that quarterback? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Shea Patterson for sure, hands down.
You're going one-on-one? You and Nick Marshall, what are you going with?
Oh, I like me. I'm sorry. I like me. Yes, I like me and my ability. He really, listen, when I first got into the CFL, they were like, oh, yeah, he's at DB. I'm like, why is he at DB? Didn't he play quarterback? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I was already confused there. So I was like, well, that's an automatic mismatch. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way he's guarding me. And so, like I said, my first CFL game, I was able to catch it over him.
Do you ever let him know that? Do you ever
a corner route? Yeah. Listen, he gives me props all the time. Like, yeah, boy, I ain't let it happen again, but you caught that. You know what I'm saying? So he's he's still a competitive dude, but I didn't realize how smart he actually is until I was able to, see it and go against him daily. So, but yeah, I like me. I'm going to give him the work every time.
Always, every day.
Yeah.
So you bet on Shawn.
Yeah, bet on me. I'm going to bet on me. Yeah. But yeah, he really is fundamentally sound, and he can track the ball like a receiver. It's crazy. Like that last interception
track it so well.
In the last game, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's beat. He put his head down and looked back up like a receiver and caught it. I was like, wow, okay, no, he's not beat. You know
he was beat. I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh man. And then all of a sudden he intercepted. I was like, what?
I was like, boy, you look like a receiver right there, boy. Jeez.
I find that he baits the quarterback a bit that way.
That's what I'm saying. How his smarts, like he's super smart. Like I don't think he gets enough credit. Like if you throw to his side, it's not smart. Don't throw to his side for real. You know what I'm saying? There's not many DBs in the league that I'm just like, yeah, it's not. Like he's grabbing it, he's catching it. And if he doesn't, you got lucky. Like he's one of those. Even in practice, he's picking it off. He's going the other way.
Yeah. So all of you guys are lined up, receivers, DBs, all your fastest guys. Who on the Rough Riders win? You included.
I still like me. I like me. I think top two, who can really run? I'd say me or Mario.
Yeah,
Mario can really run. You hear me? He has a really long stride. So I'd say me or Mario for sure. Hands down. Hands down.
I love it.
So NFL, who's your favorite squad? Who do you cheer for personally? Or do you cheer for players? Because
I was about to say I'm more of an individual guy. I'm a big individual guy. But I did like Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers was at Green Bay. Really stacked team. And I just think he's a good quarterback, period. But now, I like Philly. I like Jalen.
Oh yeah,
he's sick.
He's a heart, but that's fine. We're still buds. It's all good.
Yeah, he's a sick QB. I like Herbert.
Herbert's a good dude. My buddy, the guy that I go down to Florida with, he's best friends with him.
See, that's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, I love Herbert. He's a really he's
super excited about his contract. I was so happy to see he got paid.
And we were having a receiver debate, like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like, this man is cold. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, he ain't proved nothing. No.
Oh, my.
He throws.
He is tough. He's young. He's tough. And
I like Chase out of Cincinnati. Like, he's tremendous.
He's crazy. The stuff he do, it don't even look like he's trying sometimes.
Yeah. You know uber talented.
He's cold. Yeah, he's cold.
And but Joe Burrow, I love him.
Yeah, he's tough too. Jesus. But if I had to choose a receiver currently, I like Calvin Ridley, man. The way he can stop and start and
his route running is impeccable as well. People don't pay enough attention to it, but it's unbelievable.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. Like artist to artist, it's beautiful, man. It's great route running. Him, your Justin Jeffersons. Yes. I like a guy from the receiver for Philly, AJ Brown.
Oh yeah.
AJ Brown. Absolute stud.
You know what I'm saying? He get that ball in his hand, he's like a running back. Like he's tough.
So top 2 favorite receivers of all time.
Well, I'm gonna go Randy Moss all day.
Oh yeah. Over the top.
I don't want to create
so many great ones. Give me a top 5 if you can't narrow it down.
Yeah. Personally, I like Julio Jones.
Yeah.
The catches that this man can make, the acrobatic. This man had a 300-yard game.
An amazing person.
He's super down to earth,
humble.
It's so crazy. Yeah, that man had like 5 phones. Like this, he's so popular, it's crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I'd say Randy Moss, Julio Jones. I'm gonna put he played for the Texans. Number 80. Andre Johnson.
Okay, yeah.
I like Andre Johnson. He was
tough. Bugger. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Steve Smith.
Oh yes.
When he played for the Ravens. Oh my God. Oh, that's the only jersey I have of the Ravens is Steve Smith
cold.
Sr.
Oh my God, you're so cold. And
my own heart.
I'm gonna put a speed guy in there. I'm gonna put my man that played for Philly.
T.O.
No. Speed.
Oh yes. Ken.
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
There you go. That's a great top 5.
Well, that's a pretty good comparable.
That's why I was saying speed. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to put somebody in there. Like don't get me wrong. Like I try to add game from everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So from release work to selling the head and eyes to shoulder work to knee lifts, I try to take it from everybody. So but yeah, I appreciate that, man. Gotta put respect on him.
That you didn't mention, but I kind of remember Jerry Rice, of course, and Sterling Sharp. He didn't have a long career in Green Bay, but I love Sterling Sharp.
It's crazy. My coach has sent me his highlights this past offseason. It was like he was hands down like technical playmaker, strength. Like he was the ultimate receiver.
Just think of the guys you listed, and then there's guys that you didn't that are like man, the talent pool. No wonder it's so hard just to make it in any league. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, Kelvin Johnson. Like I'm telling you, these guys, the receiver pool.
Tyreek Hill.
Oh my God.
Megatron. Like it's so like what? Come on, man. There's too many to name. You know what I'm saying? But like
there is.
Like
I love your 5 though. I love finishing it with Deshaun Jackson. He was such an electric playmaker, and that's your role with the Riders. In my opinion, you're the electric guy. I love it.
You feel me? And he was definitely someone I looked up to. Him, like Tavon Austin, the DeAnthony Thomas, the Percy Harvins. Like those guys are like, okay, like I gotta be like them. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta have that speed. I gotta be able to stretch the defense. So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you do just that, and. All those guys, if you take one thing from each one of those guys, you got a pretty amazing toolbox.
You're darn right.
I appreciate it, man. I'm still adding to it, I promise.
You betcha. I gotta show him my jersey. You go ahead and take.
I was just gonna say I might be at the game this weekend. I don't know for sure. We're gonna be just outside Regina. I'm taking my family to a little vacay, but there's a lake just outside Regina, but we are trying to get to the game. We got, I think, 9 tickets, but the problem is taking kids to a football game sometimes is an absolute disaster. But
if you watch for that, Shawn, that's the
I'm gonna take your picture. That's sick. I got you. That's fire. Okay.
So if we get there, we'll be cheering for you, and you'll see a 15 on me. If I get to the game, I'll be ordering the jerseys. So.
Respect, man. Much respect. I like that Edmonton Oilers, man. I actually got a Wayne Gretzky hockey jersey. So, shout out to
I seen a neat thing today. It was a write-up in one of the sports networks that I follow, and it said the Edmonton Oilers may actually win a game in Commonwealth Stadium before the Eskimos do because they play
Dude, I don't know if you also know this. They have the longest losing home streak in North American professional sports.
That's
Sports, man. That is so sad, man. And they had such a legacy of winning. The Esks were known as the city of champions. Cream of the
Warren
crop.
Moon.
Warren Moon. Ricky Ray.
Yeah.
Like they were unbelievable.
You know,
and what a fall, man.
You know what that tells me though? There's such a fine line between winning and losing.
Every time.
Yeah, and that snowball effect when bad things happen, it's so tough to stop it.
Oh my goodness. Like imagine being part of that history. Like you got to tell your kids that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're a piece of that.
That's rough, dude. That's so rough. I'm sorry. Like I pray for those guys because that's crazy.
Yeah.
They're still friends. They're still family, right? I mean, that's
still cool dudes.
Family.
Still cool dudes, man. Still,
you just don't want them to win against you.
Yeah, y'all not. We're not doing
that.
No. We're not doing that. As you can see from the both games, even the return where the guy, the rookie.
Oh man,
that was crazy. That was the craziest thing I ever seen.
I always get nervous when they come up against the Riders if they haven't won yet. It's like, oh please, Lord, not this game.
Yeah,
like,
they play us pretty well. I can't lie, they play us pretty well.
Yeah, they do,
and they are going to win one sooner or later. It's coming.
Plus, Chris Jones has it out for us. He hates us because of we got rid of him, and man, he does. You can tell there's just
that's not true. We didn't get rid of him. He went to Cleveland.
That's
in a promotion.
That's true. He kind of left us.
Yes, he became a defensive specialist coach down in Cleveland
for the Browns. Our Ravens been smacking that ass every year, man. I love it.
Coach for Cleveland? That's crazy. What? I'll be learning too, man. I'm learning too. But Edmonton, that's crazy that the hockey team before they do.
Well, they got the best hockey team in Canada and the worst football team. That's so sad.
I could literally sit down with you and talk to you for hours about football, and the day would go by. And
ping pong, badminton, he knows every sport. I'm like football. That's
play it as well. I play those sports as well, man. So we can talk about
it. Right on. But we probably should let you go. Yeah. You probably do have an early morning, but I kind of chuckled with the text when I said 8:30, and you kind of responded with, "That's getting a little late, man."
I might be a little late, but like again, I have an off day tomorrow. So
thank you for taking the time seriously, man. This means the world to us. This is super cool.
You betcha.
No problem at all, man. And I'll be promoting as much as I can, man. So
you betcha. Sounds good. And we definitely do want to meet you. We got some gear for you that we want to bring, and we definitely want to get some gear from you as well. That would be totally cool.
Yeah, you send Tyson the link to your store, and we're definitely wearing some Bane's World gear for sure.
And we'll throw it up on Instagram.
Done deal. And I'm working on getting some of the Riders colors as well. So done deal, man.
That would be wicked. Yeah.
Sure. You betcha. And we'll promote it as much as we can. And
absolutely
super looking forward to meeting you and your significant other. And we'll maybe get together for a meal or something.
I'll cook something. It won't be beef. We'll do some chicken or fish for you. I can hook it up. Anything on the grill?
Sick, man.
My son-in-law and daughter live in Regina, so I get there quite a bit. So
okay. Yeah. If you're ever in town, man, just let me know.
You betcha.
We can hang out for sure.
You betcha. And we'll keep shooting you texts and keeping in touch with you. That's always cool. And
absolutely
say hi to your mama and all your friends back home.
And
apologize once again for us because
I'm gonna send her the link. I'm gonna send her the link and like, Ma, this is on the phone.
If you wake her up, it's our fault.
It's our fault. Send her my number and be like, yell at this man.
No worries. We good.
And good luck this weekend, man. You're gonna do great.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks a lot and have a great night, Shawn.
Likewise, both of you.
You bet.
Cheers, Shawn.
Well, what a great guy.
That was awesome. Awesome guy. Easily my new favorite player.
If you are not a Rider fan after that, shame.
And you better at least be a Shawn Bane fan.
Oh,
because what a great person.
Best receiver.
But I drank a lot of whiskey. It's going to take a quick leak. I'll be right back.
Best receiver, bar none. Super great guy, super humble guy, and talent. He oozes talent. Just so honored to have Shawn on the show and thanking him once again for coming on the show. That was tremendous. So, well, the Riders play Sunday versus Ottawa. We're 3-4, need a big victory. I think it's coming. We've had some lumps. We've taken some injury problems to as far as they can go. We can only get healthier from here. So I think a combination of that, Schaefer Baker possibly could be back. Excuse me, I'm not sure. We're getting a little healthier in the O-line, which has been a bit of a problem. And our quarterbacks are getting more comfortable. This is only week 3 without Trevor Harris. Got to remember that. These guys are getting snaps more and more in practice. First rep, second rep. So we're going to get better. And we do have some talented guys. Jeremy O'Day did put together a much more talented team. So I think it's only a matter of time before we start gelling. That offense, the defense has been terrific. Our front 4 has come to play the last 2-3 games. They're getting more pressure, but our offense has struggled a little bit, but I've seen signs, glimmers of hope. And when you got Shawn Bane in your lineup, wow, like that guy is stellar. He's electric. And I think we're due for a breakout. We are getting healthier. We got Wenicky back. We got Watson. I think he was on the 1-game injured list, so he should be back. We got, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of all our receivers. Like
there's too many. Weineke, Schaefer Baker.
No, the
Walker,
the other Canadian who just came back last weekend.
Picton.
No, Picton was actually out.
Good God. I'm just saying all the guys we have.
Oh, yes.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know how to keep track of all. We have the most stacked receiver. Jones.
Evan Jones. Darrell Walker.
Like, we are so stacked.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I think it's only a matter of time before our offense turns it around.
They have to. And the more that he plays in Mason Fine or Dolegala, is that Dolegala, the more smooth it's going to get, the more everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where we go from here because I do believe we have a good team. Our offensive line, like you said, is getting healthy. I heard you as I was taking a leak, but it is getting healthier, and that I think is the most important. That is to this puzzle.
That is the most important. If you give your quarterbacks that extra second, and you know what, I think our O-line, new guys are in there. It's some confusion too because sometimes we weren't necessarily blocking the right guy.
Agreed.
Stunt or something.
Agreed. You know, and that will open up our run game, which has been stagnant kind of since Trevor Harris got in.
It has,
right?
You know what? Why wouldn't it? If I'm a defensive coordinator and the other team's main quarterback,
you're going after the run game all day.
100%.
So
once
that gets figured out, or one of our quarterbacks starts really clicking, everything will open up again because we do have the talent in each position. I believe we do. I mean, I was frustrated this weekend to high hell. You know that. You're the only guy I was texting. I was about to throw my damn phone through the damn window.
I was laughing.
I think I said the F word 600 times. I was so angry. Every time I got the ball, I'm like, all right, we didn't screw up on defense this time, so we got another chance. Three and out. And I'm texting. I'm like, it is getting worse. It's actually getting worse. And then finally we get a drive. We get right down to, I think what we were 2nd and 2, right? Something like that.
Are you talking at the end of the second quarter?
Where we fumbled it on the goal line.
Yes.
And I'm like, all right, we get this touchdown. This game immediately changes.
Oh, it does?
That turns it to a 10-21 game.
Yeah.
And we're going to have momentum. We just ran all the way down the field. Fumble, gave the ball back. I'm like, well.
And Jamal Morrow. Morrow normally is pretty reliable. Fumbles.
I mean, like I said, you know, even Shawn said it sometimes. Well, actually, you said it, and he just agreed. When it's going uphill, everything's going right. When it's going downhill, everything's going downhill. Sometimes things,
and it's tough to stop that momentum.
It's tough to stop. They just weren't on all cylinders.
You bet. But lots going on. If you're looking to go to the Rider game, you need a new jersey. Shawn Bane is 15. Your man, number 15.
I'm getting it. I already decided my next game I get to, whether it be whenever.
What a nice guy. And
I'm sold on him. I'm a fan. What a good kid, man.
He's tremendous. And I text a little bit back and forth, and you know, he oozes confidence, but it's a good confidence. He's not he's just
he's not cocky and not arrogant. It's a big difference.
No.
He's humble yet confident, yet just carries himself.
One of those guys that you really want to cheer for because he look at his workout schedule. Like there's lots going on. He loves being a rider. You could tell that.
Yep.
Like
he's embracing being a rider.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, winning or losing a season, I would want to play for the Riders, Tyson. I really would.
And talk about our facilities, like high praise. He's been to some of the NFL,
the nicest in the NFL in Atlanta.
Yes.
And he puts us, he said it. He said the Saskatchewan is the Atlanta Falcons Stadium of the CFL.
Yeah. So look there, like that's high praise. Kudos to the Rough Rider organization. And a lot Shawn said was how well things are run within the team.
He did.
And he said that many times. Yeah. So, if one of your star receivers is saying that, you got to believe it, right?
That's right. We sit out here as fans, coach potatoes.
But that's wins and losses.
That's right. It's all wins and losses. But obviously what's going on behind the scenes is they're doing their best and they're running a good ship. Just that the bounces aren't going their way.
You bet. Yeah.
And I wish them all the best because I am a Rider fan.
It's going to turn too, man. It is going to turn.
It better. I can't send you any more F words. I might get my phone taken away. I can't do that anymore. This Sunday has got to include less F words.
And the great part was I had to throw in that about the Edmonton Oilers and the because I seen that today.
And so did I. It's pretty amazing. It could literally happen because they have the game.
And I'm not.
Could you imagine if it did though? Tyson, that would be catastrophic.
Yeah, I hope for the Elks' sake that they get her done.
Just not against us.
No, I don't know when they'd play us again. We played
hopefully
them twice,
not
so
this year.
I'm hoping they win before they play.
That's right. Because then at least if they do beat us, doesn't matter.
Yeah, because the next win is the only.
I'd love it to be against the Bombers because those guys are idiots. I hate the Bombers.
Well, you know what? The weird thing about the CFL is a lot of parity this year.
Oh, so much. More than ever.
I believe Toronto, yes, they are the best team right now.
Yep.
But I truly believe they can be beaten quite easily. And we showed it. If we'd have had any kind of
if we'd have scored that touchdown, that game would have been flipped and we could have easily won that thing. One play.
100%.
We were one play away from changing momentum. You're right. The only thing that they hold over everyone else. And Winnipeg holds it too, but I don't believe Winnipeg is as good as they used to be. I think they're aging very fast.
Yeah.
Is they've got their starting quarterback left. But between them and Winnipeg, nobody else really does.
But you know what? Toronto's front four is pretty ferocious.
Oh, they are.
I would put them against Winnipeg's O-line.
But I'm telling you, the quarterback wins you a football game.
100%.
And those two teams are probably the top two right now, I would say. And they're the only two that have
injury away.
Exactly. Or they're only an injury away from dropping, or we're only a couple of games away from moving up.
If Kelly gets hurt,
they're toast. They're toast.
And you know something we haven't talked about. We give Dickey a bad time when Harris was in for the last play of the game. How about Mitchell in Hamilton? Did you see that?
I hated to see it.
Injured,
broke his leg
in a game that he had no business being in.
Shouldn't have been in there.
You do not need at the end of your game to have your star guy in to run that play.
That is unnecessary. That is just careless.
And Stein, what the heck's his name? Orlando Steinauer, the head coach.
Yeah.
What a mistake. And to me, it goes down to the head coach. Like,
I agree.
What are you doing? He just come back too.
That hurt me, and I'm a Bo Levi hater because he beat us so bad in Calgary. But he's still a human and he's a player and he's an athlete and he was put in a position he shouldn't have been in, and it cost him the season.
Yeah,
and that is sad, and it's sad for the league.
Yeah, it is, because you wanna see your stars playing.
The whole league is in trouble because of that. They said attendance is down everywhere because of it.
Really?
Because every single stadium attendance is down this year.
But yet,
except for Toronto's is up a bit, but they're still the lowest.
Yeah. But
that's shitty.
And PSN actually, their TV ratings are up though.
Are up. Yeah, more people are staying less because no one's going to the game.
Well, you can't afford. No one can afford the gas.
Also, the gas ticket prices, everything's up.
Well, yeah.
So more people are watching.
And in Saskatchewan, boo on the provincial government. We should not have PST on our tickets. We pay enough damn tax.
Shouldn't have PST on tickets. We also shouldn't have a carbon tax, guys. I mean, I probably none of you guys listen because you're too busy counting your dollars that mine and his tax is going to. But that's bullshit. Carbon tax is a joke. PST is a joke.
And you don't need to charge $9 for a beer.
Yeah, beers don't need to be $9. Shit, I'm drinking a bottle of 5.9 whiskey. You get this for like $45. Way better than beer anyway.
Doesn't this make more sense to you? Have a hot dog at $5, I'll buy 2 instead of selling me 1 for $7.
Yep.
Or have a beer at $6, I'll buy 10.
Oh,
instead of
100%.
at $9 or $10, and I have two.
Or I like a double whiskey and water. That's what I drink.
Yeah.
And I'll have two of them. That's it. That's my max. But at $22,
Does that put you over the top?
yeah, I'm pretty much
You get a
falling over
little
at that point.
tipsy at that
I'm a little man. I'm a little person.
So,
but I get one because they're now $24 for that.
Do
But
you-
if they put them at 15, so that's $7.50 an ounce. So $7.50 times 26. What is that, Tyson? What's
That's
$7.50 times 26?
210, say for seven.
Like
7 times 30 is 210.
holy hell, the bottle costs $55.
So yeah, markup on that is ridiculous.
So you can't put this a double at $14.
They're making 4 times what they are purchasing for.
Give me
And they're
a,
purchasing it for cheaper
at
than
wholesale cost,
Yes.
not my cost.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Also, I don't pay no wholesale.
So-
This is 5.9 best whiskey in the world. Oh,
Are you easy when you get tipsy?
No, honestly, I'm a sleeper. It's one of these things.
Well, then you don't even know if you're
Yeah, well,
easy.
that's true. I might be. At this point in time, who the hell knows what I am?
Well, we'll get
So,
Megan on the show
here's
next
the thing.
week and find out.
I don't get drunk. I get asleep. So I'll
Naked.
be like, yeah, well, that was Josh circa 2007.
Oh God!
Beyond
if,
that.
if that happens, I'm just hoping that I go blind before that.
You're gonna need to go blind. No,
If not, I will after.
I'm the guy that's like, yeah. Oh, he's sleeping.
Did you know the Blue
And he's
Jays,
out cold.
Blue Jays hit a home run in the ball?
They did not. They lost 4-2 to my beautiful Orioles.
Oh, you laugh now, but playoffs are
I'm
coming,
not
buddy.
laughing. I never ever laughed. I just wanted them to make the playoffs.
And
for the first time.
remember, the Eagles, Baltimore play each other this year. I
They
believe
do.
I sent
First game of the season.
first game of the season. They opened.
It's actually wild that the Eagles did so good and they're going to start 0-1. It's unbelievable. It
Oh,
sucks.
Yeah, it must be nice to be from Barbie Land.
Don't you bring up that movie. That and Taylor Swift. God, you start the show with shit.
Hey,
Shit. Barbie and
Margot Robbie. You can't go wrong, even if it's in a Barbie movie.
woke.
It's so
Garbage.
fake, though. It's so fake.
I
It's all
don't like
God,
woke
they're
garbage.
all on strike, man. They're like our port workers. They're all on strike.
Fucking
Port
hell.
workers,
Barbie.
movie stars. I mean,
Movie stars aren't on strike. They're just not allowing any of the good ones to act anymore.
no, they are because they're standing with that writers union.
Mm. But that all comes down to the fact that they got no one left. Don't forget they kicked out. Here's a list for you.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Mark Wahlberg not allowed any more movies
Really?
because he stood up
Yeah.
for against the sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, Ice Cube. Who else we got? James Caviezel. Man, there's a pile
A big
of
list.
them. Matthew McConaughey. Some Mel Gibson. Some of the very biggest. Not Samuel Jackson. Denzel Washington.
Oh, okay.
Some of the very biggest guys stood up against it. Bam.
Blackball.
You're not involved in Hollywood movies anymore. And then that took a ton of stuff out. And now it's just snowballed into a disaster. The writers union striking, all this. And man, it just tells you how corrupt Hollywood is. Because they took a stand for what is right. Like, even if you think some of their facts are wrong, the fact that they're taking a stand against child trafficking and you're against that, doesn't that ring some bells?
Yes.
That is probably the most grotesque, perverse thing ever. And you're mad at them for publicly announcing it?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's terrible.
That we
Terrible.
got kids, Tyson. That's the scariest shit ever.
I in today's world of social media, like these guys, they still think they can get away with all this.
They
and-
do. They believe that they can. Do you want to know that before we wrap that portion up?
Yeah.
We're not talking about that, but the number one child trafficking city in Canada is
Toronto?
take a guess.
Toronto.
Saskatoon.
Saskatoon.
And it does
Well,
not
that's probably because of the university, I'm guessing.
does not make the news. That's the craziest part. But if you Google it, you'll find
Yeah,
it.
no,
But,
I'm just
it's
answering text.
disgusting. And back to the sports, which is just the best thing ever. But his beautiful Blue Jays lost to my beautiful Orioles tonight. But it means nothing. It's a long season. He tells me all the time. But I'm just happy because at the start of the year, the probability for the Orioles to even make the playoffs was 10%, and the Yankees was 81. And now it's 85% chance the Orioles make the playoffs and only 29% that the Yankees might make it. I'm like, woo!
That is good news. The Yankees. And don't forget trade deadline tomorrow. So next week, 6 Eastern, next week we could discuss a little bit more of baseball. And my brother just wanted to add on there, we were talking about prices of things, and we were saying per person. Now times that by 30,000, he said, profit wise, you know, when you start thinking about that. And you know, instead of buying that 2 beer, I'm going to buy 4 or 5 at a reasonable
price. 30
to
40,000 of us doing
yes, that. Yes. And jerseys.
That's a great ideology, honestly.
Yeah. So we were just thinking ourselves, but times that by 30,000 now. And
man, I was just down in Atlanta and I was drinking. But the only thing that sucks about there is they don't do a lot of whiskey. It's more beers, of course, Americans in their beers. But I did find a whiskey stand. Singles were $8, which is pretty high. But if you wanted a double, you got it for 14. So $7 an ounce. So if you wanted a double whiskey Coke, it was 14. If you wanted a double whiskey water, it was 14. And now I know it's American, but you got to remember they make American dollars. So you got to equate it to the same. Ours is 24 for that double. They're paying 14.
Yeah.
That's a way better value. I had no problem doing that. And their beers, tall boys were 8. And if you wanted a regular can or draft, it was $5.50.
Yeah.
I don't think that's terrible for a sporting event, but us paying $9 no matter what, or 13 for they had the Riders game, $13 for the Stella tall boy. That's absurd.
That is absurd. And I just going to get to a different point here. You know what makes me really appreciate guys like Shawn, Bane, CFL players, the chuck wagon drivers we've had on the show, and they're all ordinary people just like me and you. They're hardworking people. They work, they love their sport. They work hard at it. They're really not in it for big bucks that we see. And
they work on the side.
They work on the side. And I think that's what makes it so special for me to talk to these guys, because they are doing it for the love.
That's right.
And passion of
and you can feel it. You can feel the passion and how proud he is.
We couldn't wipe the smile off Shawn's face there. Like,
I'm telling you, man, this is the first time I've ever actually seen him other than a still photo in a game or on the game.
That guy in your huddle,
great person.
His it would be contagious.
I was gonna say, wouldn't that be contagious?
That would be contagious. Like,
I would follow that guy into the depths of hell right there.
I would run
through a war with him
for that guy, just because he just give off that positive vibe or
he's
feeling.
Got vibes. He's got game day vibes, man. If I was a quarterback,
what he reminds me of? He reminds me of the same kind of demeanor as Pinball Clemens.
Oh yeah. Definitely bubbly.
Yes.
Bubbly and electric on the field.
Yes.
Because he is electric on the field.
Unbelievable.
Man, his 1-2 step right off the bat is a game changer.
Yeah. Well, when he got hit with that dart by Dolegala for the touchdown, he got hit in stride and turned it upfield like they weren't.
And it was an over the shoulder catch. That was
him with
not just that's true.
No, like that was tremendous. And
I love it. Afterwards, he went and hopped in the boat and he said, "Get out of here!"
Yeah, that was cool. It sounded like Atlantic Canada really treated them guys well.
I spent a week there last year. Chad was there for the last 2 weeks, and they treat everybody good. That's a great place.
Oh, too bad he couldn't have lobster though. Like I would want lobster.
Johnny shellfish, the poor bugger. I mean, their fish is great too. That's known for all their seafood, but they are known, and to this day, it's the only place I've ever eaten lobster.
Oh well, then
I don't
can't even eat lobster anywhere else.
I ate it there because they told me. They said, "Well, you're here." I said, "I don't eat lobster." They said, "We don't give a shit if you eat lobster. This is the best lobster in the world, so you're going to eat it our way, and you can eat it the traditional way, whatever you want." So I ate it their way.
Yeah,
which is where you just boil them.
Why didn't you say, "I'll take one of each"?
I did. They made me eat it both ways.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to eat it both ways. That was what they made me do. I mean, I cooked the one. So I know how to cook it. I just never eat it. I serve it to people. So they're the traditional.
So you don't even know if you're a good cook or not. It could be
not
a rumor because you don't try it.
Clue. No, well, I did try it this time.
Actually, quite terrible.
After. It was because I hate lobster.
I got so sick the last time I ate your food.
Projectile vomiting everywhere. So their traditional
way. You couldn't even cook a frozen apple pie on the Traeger.
I would never cook a frozen apple pie. It's got to be homemade. Their traditional way is you boil it. You just throw the whole lobster in, boil it, and then throw it in a giant bucket of ice water. And then you pull it out, and once it's cold, You tear it apart and you just dunk the cold lobster tail in warm rosemary garlic butter. And then the way that we serve it at all the Traeger events whenever they're served is you split the lobster tail. So you cut off the claws and then cook them along with the split lobster tail, and you open it up. And then you pour in garlic butter, all the garlic butter you pour in, and then you grill it.
You bet.
And then you pull it out and eat it hot. And it's already got the garlic butter cooked into it. So it's a warm lobster tail. They don't eat it that way out there. That's not the Atlantic way.
Yeah.
It's cold. And then you dip it. And I'll tell you, I like the warm way better because the warm was a little bit less chewy, less rubbery.
Yeah, which the texture is a little,
it kind of gets
like a
snappy.
tennis ball.
Yeah. Like a real shitty shrimp almost, but they love it. They're like, you watch them and they're just like, and you like see it snapping in their mouth. Totally. And you're like, oh my God. Like the one guy I literally watched, he's like, oh, you like yank this one out, dipped it. Like I'm telling you, 4 bites. These lobster tails are as big as this mic. That's ridiculous. And then I'm like taking small bites, but it's like, but they pull and they snap. But then the warm one was more like a garlic butter shrimp, like melts in your mouth, a little bit of a chew. So I like the warm way better, but they told me that ain't traditional.
I just want to give a forewarning to my son and son-in-law and daughter. Like, get your grill ready.
Yeah.
We're coming. Shawn is coming over and we're going to have
I'll supply the meat. It's going to be chicken probably and some veggies,
some fish. We got to get some fish.
We can do some fish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love
fish is amazing.
Albert.
I like all fish.
Oh,
I just don't like shellfish.
Yeah, Tara likes chicken. She'll be on the chicken side.
Perfect. Yeah. Chicken and fish, we'll hit it up.
I'm going to check that out.
I'll get the meat supplied. You supply the grills. Shawn, you
bring the
refreshment.
And before we close out tonight's show, I just want to say thanks for all of you tuning in. Please like and subscribe, share the hell out of this. And we got some amazing guests, and I'm going to talk about some of the guests we got. We got Peter Labardius, the hockey guru.
That's so cool.
Broadcaster. He's going to be coming on. Billy Melville, Chuck Wagon guru.
Not a racer, an actual the dude.
The history of the wagons. Everything. Billy knows it. He's going to be coming on. Chris Best, another guy, he's going to be coming on.
Played in my favorite era of Rider football, the most recent epic era.
We got so many great guests coming on. We're going to be on the show there with the other gentleman in Alberta. So lots of great things ahead. Tune in, like and subscribe. You won't be disappointed.
No, it's going to be great, guys. And if you want to see something specific, let us know. If you have a connection, let us know. We love to shoot shit with anybody.
Oh, we're gonna.
And it doesn't just have to be sports. I mean, we're sports people, but man, we'll talk about anything.
We'll talk about anything. Drought. Let's put that behind us.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be positive. We're going to score a touchdown. We're going to win Sunday. It's going to rain next week.
Yeah, rain and touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could get a weatherman on sometime.
No, we wouldn't kill him. We'd verbally kill him. You lying sack of shit. You never right.
You know what? Peter Labardius, I want to. He did play-by-play. I don't know if you've seen this. He did play-by-play in the brick tournament in Edmonton for all those 10-year-olds.
Yeah, no, I didn't know
he
that.
Just did that.
Yeah.
And that was tremendous. But you want to talk about a guy
who's been around.
Sam Cosentino and Peter Labardius know junior hockey. So I can't wait to pick his brain and talk about.
They have been so involved in hockey for so long.
Gavin McKenna is the name. And I want to talk to Peter about.
Going to get his opinion on it.
His opinion on him and so many other guys, and just the upcoming season. And I don't know when we're going to get all these guests on, and
in the next few weeks, why not?
Specific times, but we'll see how harvest goes and stuff. But yeah, we're going to.
He's got harvest.
Yeah, but Peter is going to be on before hockey, like when we get in.
Yeah, absolutely,
and that'll be great.
I want to get his insight on what his guesstimation is for the season.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we know he'll be heavy on those assholes. And it makes sense, let's be honest. Out of all of Canada, they're the only team to get in on.
We are going to talk about a lot of junior hockey. I want his opinion on how Connor Bedard is going to do.
Yeah, I'd like to know what he thinks.
Yes, absolutely. So that'll be a great show. And like I said, Billy Melville, man, I have fallen in love with the Chuck Wagons. I talked to a few of the drivers.
Yeah.
pretty regular.
And the drivers are great.
We've
are met two of them
great guys.
Very personally, and they're awesome dudes.
By the way, if you have some time, you want to do something fantastic this weekend, Strathmore. Go to Strathmore. The wagons are in Strathmore this weekend.
It is a family event too. It is such a blast. Parker loved it. And like, it's a great time. You should go out if you're anywhere in the area or you're bored on a Saturday.
Want something to
get there.
Yeah.
It is a blast.
It is a blast, and I thoroughly enjoy what those guys do, and what
they're great people. Once again, they're regular people.
Yeah, you bet.
That just do something that we love. That's so cool.
Yes, and that's what we do. We're doing something we love.
That's true. We are doing something we love, and we're broke. So I mean,
it's totally passion.
It is all about the love of the game here.
Anyways, that's probably it for tonight. But thanks for tuning in. Lots of great things ahead. I can't wait for it to happen.
It's been great. I can't wait for some of these future interviews. I think it's going to be awesome, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. If you want Schmaltz Insurance, we've got all the hats there, one of every color or multiple of every color. We have shirts, we have hoodies.
We'll throw up another post again.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll actually remember to do it this time, now that I actually have time to do it. So I'll throw up a link. And you can let me know if you want. We've got multiple sizes, hats. We just have multiple colors. And
as soon as I get Shawn's link, we're going to share his link as well. If you want some of his merch, we'll share his link, and that looks pretty cool too. So
it really does. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some of his stuff.
Oh, I am too.
World of Bane, is that what it's called?
World of Bane.
Bane's World.
Yeah. Something like that. But we'll get the correct link up and hook you up with that, and we're gonna definitely get some of that gear too.
Love it.
You betcha. Thank you, Shawn. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Tyson, for getting that interview. It was a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Many great ones ahead, my friend.
Cheers.
Great ones ahead. Tune in.
Perfect.
That was a great one. Well, I can't wait to upload that now and hear it.
Oh, it'd be great. I'm sure it'd be, because we could hear him perfectly fine.
Oh yeah.
Because all we were hearing through was the mic, really.
And that's what,
because we didn't have we had headphones on.
Yeah.
So we didn't hear nothing live. We only heard what was in here. And that's what should be in here.
That's the answer now.
Has to be. Has to be one mic up there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, when you get it uploaded, let me know. And
that'll be tonight.
I guess we should turn this off. People are still listening to it. Hey. There we go.
That's the